for corruption or...
Yeah, I mean, the mom feels like there was an injustice done against my child, and she shouldn't have to, do community service because the police were out of line. And it's really hard to say, you know what, that's right, but swallow it anyway, because this case, because she might not win at trial. It's really hard. And that's what we were trying to convince her today.
But doesn't she know that if they don't win at trial, like, the actual sentence might be a lot worse?
Yeah, I think she knows that. Or maybe she doesn't understand that. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a dangerous game of chicken to play with your
exactly.
daughter, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is. That's what I was trying to imbibe. But I guess one of the things that you have to learn, one of the tenets of lawyering, is that sometimes you have to let people sort of choose their own path because they are your client, and in the end you have to respect them and listen to what they want and what they feel like they need. And even if it's not what you would recommend, then you still have to be able to advocate for them in the place that they're at. So.
I also wanted to talk to you guys about your highs and lows from this school year as we're getting down here in the by just a couple weeks before the semester ends. Do you want to take it away, Abby?
Oh yeah, there's highs. I'm trying to think still. I don't know what my lows would be necessarily. I'm trying to think back
grades.
To fall semester. I don't know about grades. I'm not.
Was there a particular class that was like, oh, this one's killing me?
No, I think, like, even though overall right now I'm doing pretty well, like, finding a summer job immediately in this past, like, week has been stressful for me because I realized, like, I don't have one of those yet, and I need one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to spend lots of time explaining how I couldn't get a job when I try to get a job later, which will suck because I don't have a good answer for that.
Now, you're just looking for a legally based job or any kind of job?
Legally based job.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, some job would be cool.
Have you been to the Career Center?
I have, and I'm emailing my counselor, and she's sending me good stuff. I've applied to like 5 jobs in the past week, so. And I had an interview on Monday, so that's good. And I'll hear back by Friday. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the highs from this year?
Highs, met a lot of wonderful people who I love and are great.
You don't have to talk about us like
Do
that.
you want to give a shout out to any of them?
Sure. Well, I do appreciate meeting you guys, but that was in the summer as well. For a lot
I'm
of
over it. You guys
Yeah,
are
you're like, whatever, you guys.
But yeah,
I'm over you.
like Emily, Nick, and Kendra are like my little squad. It's fun. Also, I just feel like I've grown a lot as a person. I've learned so much. That's
about
it.
law or just like in general?
In
you've
general,
learned
a lot about law. Mostly about law.
Okay.
But I've grown so much as a person, like in general. I think.
Okay.
I feel good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's exciting.
And so, well, that's awesome. And you're with your squad. So are you like the Taylor Swift and they're your squad? Is that what the...
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know, but you seem more like a Stevie Nicks kind of person.
Yeah. I think that's getting closer. I still don't entirely know what it means. But a little bit.
Besides like the cocaine binges and stuff or whatever else they do.
Well, we don't know that she
don't
doesn't
know
do
me.
that. We don't know enough about Abby to know it's
Secret
not
life
those
of Abby.
cocaine binges. So Stevie Nicks is lead singer for
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. Okay.
I forgot the dude's name. Sorry.
Yeah, who cares about him,
No one cares about
honestly.
him.
No one gives a shit.
Of Fleetwood Mac, the dude.
Oh,
Mr. Mac?
Lindsey Buckingham.
Oh.
I've never heard that name in my entire
He
life.
was the guitarist that got kicked out of the. He just got kicked out of the band.
Oh. Well.
I seen Fleetwood Mac in concert a couple years ago. So.
Well, Stevie Nicks makes
Wait,
it.
who's Nikki Sixx? That's
from God damn it.
That's a hair band from the '80s.
Yeah, but they're
Motley
pretty
Crue.
famous. Motley Crue, yeah. They have there's an interesting documentary. Well, it's not a documentary, but it's like a movie on Netflix.
Didn't a
about them.
famous rapper portray?
Yeah. I think, was it 50 Cent who betrayed somebody or something like that? Yeah, it was a famous rapper.
No, it was a
I'm
white
really
rapper.
lost.
Oh,
Because he had a lot of tattoos. Was it Machine Gun Kelly?
Within the
It might
last
have been.
Machine
like
Gun Kelly White?
60 seconds,
He is
I have
white.
been unable to follow from Motley Crue to Machine Gun Kelly.
This happened all in the 80s.
Yeah.
You guys have won.
Yeah. So Anthony, what have been some of your highs and lows for this school year?
I think I really appreciated throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on spring.
Okay.
I really appreciated my trial advocacy class. I think I learned a lot of practical stuff that I try to want to use every day. So I took evidence in fall, and then I took trial advocacy in spring, which is basically a big mock trial class. You're working up a case, and then I was representing the defense. And then on top of that, which would also be a low, is we had an appellate portion to that advocacy class where you had to represent a different client, and then at the end of the semester you had to do an oral argument. Now that part of the class, so this was a 4-credit class, so it was advocacy with an appellate portion, which made it, it was only 3 credits. And the appellate portion was 1 credit, and it was like a 3-credit class on its own. That was really stressful, and then the whole program for the appellate section was just super disorganized, so no one knew what the hell what they had to do. And we had like 3 different adjuncts that were working on it too, and they were all doing their own thing, so no one was ever really on the same page. Yet it was still like a shit ton of work for a little bit of credit. So that was super stressful. So that was probably a pretty big low. And then my property class is just, I don't like my professor that much. She's very dismissive. So she's very friendly, like superficially maybe. But whenever we ask any like in-depth questions about like stuff, like she was like, well, this is a gray area and stuff. So we ask about like examples of things that are gray. And she's like, well, it won't be on the final. It won't be on the bar. So I'm not going to answer that question. I was like, but real life application will definitely play a part in this. She's like, well, you need to pass the bar. And, these are the questions that are going to be in the bar. I'm like, okay. And then she'll dismiss you and not answer any of the questions, which is really frustrating. So that was a pretty big low.
That's rough.
So yeah, there's probably been more lows than highs, but
Well, what have been your highs?
I got married.
Woo!
There you go.
Yeah, that's
And a
not
house,
screwed.
right?
And a house. So yeah, those are some highs.
There you go.
That's
Guess
not
I'm-
law school related.
Yeah.
And it's not law school related, so that's what I'm saying. Mostly lows.
At the same time.
Anything in law school that has been a real high for you?
Probably my advocacy grade. That's about it.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah, it's not bad. I forget. Yeah.
Christina?
So my high this past semester was having my client for the SIJS case that I talked about come in and read this petition that I had worked really hard on and that I had translated into Spanish, and her being like, this is really good. Like, you must have put so much work into this. You must have worked really hard on this. And I was, oh my God, somebody's
Getting the
acknowledging
recognition.
my hard work and they're saying that it's really good and it's like a real human person that like this is affecting. And yeah, so that was like a really intense, really special moment to just sort of see a lot of hard work that I did, being sort of reviewed by the person who it affects the most, and her sort of recognizing the work that I did, was really cool. Also got a puppy this past weekend. So
Ooh.
What kind of puppy?
Facebook.
he
So
is a cute kind of puppy. No,
Yeah.
Are there any other kinds of puppies? Oh, that's an ugly puppy. I don't think anybody's ever put those 2 words together.
He's supposedly a rat terrier mix. But I think he's a little bigger than a rat terrier would be, and his tail is really long. But he's got like those big old ears. So
I'm Googling
Where'd you get him?
I have no idea what
we
that
got
looks
him
like.
from Warrior Dog Rescue,
Okay.
which is just like a dog rescue. We Googled adoption events.
So some like
I'll show you pictures.
yeah, that's-
He's black. which is not a rat terrier color. But all of his siblings are like all different colors. Some of them are a little more tan. One of them's black and white. Anyway, we got so we Googled adoption events in the Twin Cities, and Warrior Dog Rescue was having one, and we saw him there and like sort of fell in love with him because why wouldn't you? His name is Tango Mango. And
what do you call him for short? Mango or
just
Tango?
Tango. His name, it's like his middle name, sort of. I don't know.
So did you name that, or did it come like that?
No, he came with the name Nakoma, which
Nakoma?
This
isn't the worst name.
It's from Pocahontas. But
whoops.
like my first reaction was like, I'm a white person. I'm not going to have this dog with like a Native American name that I don't understand, that I don't like resonate with the culture. That's just like, my dog's name is, Dreamcatcher. I didn't want to be that girl. So like choose.
We're very culturally sensitive here, just to let everybody know.
At least I am. I didn't want to do that. I want to play that game. So I don't know. My family's Spanish, so I wanted a word that was sayable in both. And then this is like intense and extra. But I don't know if you guys know the children's book In Tango Makes Three, which is based off of these two gay penguins.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like, he's got two moms. So we named him after the baby of the gay penguin. He's the baby of us.
Okay.
So,
Tango.
Oh,
okay, that makes sense. So I adopted my cat. His name was Treat when we came to him. Which is a dumb name for a cat.
I like it.
Dumb, so we named him Randy.
Randy's
Which isn't
also
much
great.
better, but
Randy's
I
a
like
good
giving
cat
I like
name.
giving animals human names. But the
Yes.
problem is
Yeah.
when we finally have kids, all like the good human names will be taken on our pets. So
Well, would
Like
you name
Paul.
a kid Randy?
Steve, Henry. I
There's
don't know.
so many names.
Henry is
Really
so overused
As a dog,
as a human name.
but not dogs.
That's true. I don't think I said hello.
No, you didn't. Those are all highs. What's your low?
I think that the low has just been the nights where I've worked all night and so this was my first year of law school with my partner here.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her a lot. She's got a great job, but it's not a very, very demanding job. So watching her like go to bed like hours before me and then wake up after me because I had to stay up doing work was definitely really challenging, and sort of trying to figure out how to not feel resentful about that. And she's like going on trips that I don't get to go because I'm in law school.
Is she? What kind of work is she in?
She works for SureScripts, which they do prescription software. So,
okay.
or online prescribing. I don't know.
But she didn't have to go like pharmacy school or anything.
No, she's an account manager. So she works in like business things.
Oh, okay.
She used to do sales, but she moved to this like account management position.
Like a CPA position?
No, not
No,
like
not
accounting.
No,
accounting.
yeah.
Which my dad.
Account management is like managing like clients.
Yeah.
okay.
So have you heard of Epic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she manages accounts in which the software that her company makes. This is super interesting. The software that her company makes is embedded into Epic's healthcare system.
Well, Mitch is loving this, I'm sure.
Yeah. So actually, the funny thing is, my dad kept asking me if Jack could do his taxes.
Because she's an
An
account manager.
Yeah, she's an accounting, and I'm like, I had to explain to him. 'Cause my dad's first language is Spanish. He's from Spain. I had to like explain to him in Spanish like what her job was. Like, no, she's not an accountant. She cannot do your taxes. She uses TurboTax.
Same.
Same. This is not an advertisement for TurboTax.
So here's a question, unrelated to this stuff. Do you consider? So you're half Spanish.
Yes.
So do you consider yourself? So is that side considered Hispanic or?
Yeah, so I consider myself Hispanic, but not
Okay.
Latina because, like,
Gotcha.
the term Latina is sort of a political term that's used to, like, describe people and for people to describe themselves from South America.
Okay.
So I consider myself Hispanic.
Is it South America and Central?
Yeah, South Central America,
okay.
and then, sorry.
Make sure. No, just want to make
Yikes.
sure.
I'm like culturally sensitive. And also Mexico, which is technically North America. But
Right.
yeah, anything, any
think
of those
people
countries.
Well,
forget
Central. Well, do they consider Mexico Central America?
No,
No,
They
it's part of the
consider-
North
North
American
America.
continent.
Well, there's no Central American continent. There's
Wow.
South America and North
Walls.
America. Technically,
then
Central
Central
America
America-
is part of the North American continent.
Oh.
So
I feel anything
Googling
south
it.
of the wall now is just Latin America.
What continent is
anything
Central
south of the
America?
wall, yeah, is
It's just
Central
that.
America.
It's all Mexico.